Properties of matter quiz. Read each question, choose the best answer. Use a highlighter. Circle and underline important information. Write a sentence underneath each question explaining your thinking and justifying your answer. Number 1. Which container represents a solid state of matter? A, jar 1, B, jar 2, or C, jar 3, or D, none of these containers represent a solid state of matter. Remember to write your explanation on the line. Number 2. Group 1, wood, iron. Group 2, water. Group 3, helium, nitrogen. Students made observations of several different substances and classified them into the groups shown above. Which of the following materials should be classified into group 2 in this chart? A, glass, B, granite, C, lemonade, or D, plastic? Remember to write your explanation. Number 3. The diagram shows what happens when ice is heated. What best describes the changes shown in this diagram? A change in chemical properties, B, a change in physical properties, C, the reduction of heat, or D, the reduction of matter. Make sure you write your explanation. Number 4. At what point on the diagram does water change from a liquid into a gas? This says state 1, state 2, and state 3. Melting, freezing, evaporation, condensation. A, point X, B, point Y, or C, point Z. Make sure you write your explanation. Number 5. A student reads the label on the bottle of salad dressing shown below. Ingredients: oil, vinegar, spices. Directions: shake well before using, refrigerate after opening. Why would the student shake the salad dressing well before using it? A, vinegar and oil have different densities. B, vinegar and oil easily form a solution. C, vinegar and oil both contain water. Or D, vinegar and oil are both liquids. Remember to write your explanation. Number 6. Cracks in the sea floor called hydrothermal vents send streams of hot water into the ocean. The water from a vent is 387 degrees Celsius. How many degrees above the boiling point of water is this temperature? A, 175 degrees Celsius, B, 287 degrees Celsius, C, 387 degrees Celsius, or D, 487 degrees Celsius. Don't forget to write your explanation. Number 7. For an investigation, a teacher dropped a bolt into a container of maple syrup and asked students to remove it without touching the syrup. The students first tried to use a strong magnet to remove the bolt, but it remained on the bottom of the container. They finally poured the syrup into another container to get the bolt out. Maple syrup, bolt. Which of these best describes some of the bolt's physical properties? A, the bolt is magnetic and has the same density as the maple syrup. B, the bolt is non-magnetic and more dense than the maple syrup. C, the bolt is non-magnetic and less dense than the maple syrup. Or D, the bolt is magnetic and less dense than the maple syrup. Make sure you write your explanation on the lines. Number 8. Which of the following best explains why orange juice is a liquid and not a solid? A, it has a bright color. B, it takes the shape of its container. C, you cannot weigh it on a scale. Or D, it has molecules that are packed tightly together. Be sure to write your explanation. Number 9. Look at the table below that shows the properties of two objects. Mass, volume, density, object 1, object 2. Find the density for both objects. Remember to show the formula in all of your work. Which object is more dense, and how do you know? Number 10. Miss Schaff and Miss Lim were discussing mass and volume. Miss Schaff told Miss Lim that mass and volume are the same thing. Miss Lim disagreed with Miss Schaff. Who is correct? Explain your thinking. You can use the back of the sheet as well.